should be finally live on YouTube. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? How are you all doing today? Oh, yeah. It rained cats and dogs last night here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And while there's only a 15% chance of rain at this hour and for the next few hours, I'm not chancing it going elsewhere. I'm back at Red Morton Park, where I can reach shelter pretty quickly, regardless of wherever I'm at on my walk. The Queen is here. How you doing, Queen? You are good, right? She retracted it because she forgot the "you're good." Yeah. Is that what you're trying to type there, Queen? I saw that on the screen there. You just put "your" and you left out the word "good." There you go. How's it going today, Queen? I see you've been hitting Twitter already. You're posting on Marjorie Taylor Greene, a woman that you respect that I really have no respect for. I don't even know how she got into Congress. But, you know, that's just my opinion, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Some people just slip through the cracks, and, you know, that's just how it goes, right? Again, that's just my opinion. I know you have yours, and other people have theirs, and, you know, I'm just sharing my opinion respectfully, professionally, and maturely, like I always do. But anyway, yeah, it's not really cold. It's about 65 degrees. It's overcast. It's cloudy. It's supposed to be partly cloudy over the next hour. The sun's going to pop out a little bit, but it's still going to be partly cloudy, and I believe we're going to get some more rain overnight. I think the rain is supposed to stop over the weekend because I may be going hiking tomorrow with some friends in the afternoon for a little bit. Haven't gone on a hike in quite some time. I've been taking my walks, but haven't gone on a hike in quite some time, and I actually definitely feel like getting out there. It just all depends, weather pending, and it depends if my friends flake out like they do a lot of times at the last minute. That's just the way it goes. That's life. I don't let people that flake out get to me anymore like I used to. And that's going to be part of the topic today that I'm going to be discussing regarding your vibe. Because your vibe is pretty much the telltale sign of your personality. That's how people will judge you, especially when they first meet you. And, you know, it's very hard to, you know, change someone's first impression of you. You typically never get a chance or a second chance, which is what I'm trying to say. You typically never get a second chance to make a first impression. I gotta just figure out my route like I did yesterday. I'm just gonna wait for it and see where these kids decide to go. I'm trying to avoid people. All right. We're good. Yes, it's Friday. The weekend is just about here. And there's someone else coming, so I'm just going to go the other way. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to come up here to what I believe is the kindness corner. This is what I have been saying I believe is the kindness corner. You know, it looks like they came in here with a John Deere and they mowed this thing down. It's not as deep as it used to be. Man, I was sinking into this thing last time I was on it a few weeks back. But yeah, I think this is either this is the kindness corner or some picnic area, or the kindness corner is going to be this mountain or something. Are they going to put some like sign out here just saying kindness corner? I certainly know a lot of people that deserve to be sent to the kindness corner. They need to learn a thing or two about kindness. But we'll leave that one alone. Some nice recycle bins here. Things are coming along. Looks like you can cross through the path the entire way now. I mean, this is almost complete. This is finally almost completed. After a couple years. And probably tens of millions of dollars too. Gonna wait just a few more minutes and then we're gonna get right to the topic. I will say this. I've actually been very, very happy lately. And to my other fellow YouTubers out there, especially the YouTubers that are moderators on my channel and that are connected with me behind the scenes through the Coach Eli private moderator group that we have going on through Facebook Messenger. I will say, despite the fact that my numbers have gone down on this main channel, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm actually very happy with what's been going on. And there's lots more great stuff coming soon that I've been wanting to announce, but I'm holding off. I'm just letting you folks know that very soon you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's already in effect. I just haven't announced it publicly yet. And there are many reasons for that. One of the main reasons is, anticipation. You build up anticipation and people start to talk about it and they're like, oh, is he just BSing us? Or, is he just saying that to get more views? Or, is he really actually doing something? What's really going on, right? Well, that's called anticipation. You're going to have to all wait and find out, right? I've always been the type of guy that has just given away the farm for free. And for the most part, I'm still doing that. But I have learned to do it in more effective ways. And gradually over the course of time. And when you create a lot of content all at once, you put it all out there, there's nothing to anticipate. And people are less prone to tune in. And nowadays, it's just not easy to get anyone's attention on the internet, let alone YouTube, where, there's a lot of stuff out here, right? Why tune into my stuff? How's my stuff going to benefit you, right? Give me a second here. I'm passing by some people. Thank you to the people that have thumbed up this stream. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. So we're just going to get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. live from Red Morton Park, whatever aspect of it is open and not closed off due to construction. This is episode number 160 of these Queen. Wow. We're going to be hitting 200 soon, and for the 200th episode, I will do something a lot more meaningful and more special than the 150th episode that I did 10 episodes ago. And today, we're going to be discussing your vibe is how people judge you. You know, when they first meet you, your vibe is how people judge you. How to make it positive, right? I'm really trying to avoid kids and people. Right. All right, we should be back live. Yeah, it looks like the 5G network disconnected me for a second. I had to shut down the app and put my phone in airplane mode for about 5 seconds and reset a new connection. Hopefully it won't happen too much. It's been happening quite a bit lately. We've been having some adverse weather out here. It's been raining, and so it's probably been affecting the cell towers. Maybe the cell towers in my area have been used a lot more than they normally are. They're overloaded, so hey, if it happens, that's okay. We'll just reset it real quick and go offline for a few seconds and then come right back. It is what it is. But like I said, today we're going to be discussing your vibe is how people judge you when they first meet you, right? What type of vibe do you give off when you first meet someone? Because that's going to make either a great first impression or a shitty first impression, right? And if you make a shitty first impression, it's hard to turn that around. Look, I'm one that knows that myself. I've made mistakes in my life, especially when you get involved with some people that end up not being the right people, right? And depending on how you made that first impression when you first met them is, going to affect your future relationship with them, right? So as I've gotten older, I've learned to realize, like I've been saying this for many, many shows now, but like I've said before, and I'll say again, repetition is the mother of skill. The more and more you hear these things, the more and more you're going to learn them. So it's not that I'm trying to bore you saying the same stuff. I'm trying to let it sink in. I'm trying to say it so much to the point of where you don't forget it. And that way, when you're in a situation of encountering other people in life, you're going to instinctually be able to respond to it in the most positive way possible, no matter what the situation, good, bad, or indifferent, right? I've learned in life, and this woman that, I've been seeing for about a month and a half now, she's probably watching right now from work. She left me a text earlier, and she said the power went off at her work. I guess they had some storms down in her area. She's more so down in the South Bay. Like this woman, when I spend time with her, she always asks me, how are you so cool and calm and collective? Like, how do you just not let things bother you? And I told her, I said, well, it wasn't always like that. Wasn't always like that. The reason why I'm so cool, calm, and collective is because I used to be, the complete opposite on the other side. And as I got older, I started to realize how much energy I was wasting on negative BS that's completely out of my control. Every human being, every man and woman decides on an individual basis how they want to respond, react, or not react to any given situation they've encountered on any given day, which is what I'm trying to say, right? So I just personally choose to not let anything faze me anymore, no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens. And, how did I reach that level? Like I said, I've had so much experience being on the flip side, feeding into drama, not only on YouTube, like I've talked about in the past, but in real life. I used to feed into drama with my friends, right? I used to feed into drama with some of the women I dated in the past. Maybe I stayed in those relationships too long, right? Because I didn't know any better at that point. Didn't have enough experience to realize how much it was affecting me. And until it started to affect me physically, right? Because when you let shit get to you in life, and you get super, super triggered and get super, super overly emotional, whether you're a man or a woman, you're basically exuding a lot of energy to react that way, right? And that energy will drain you quicker than anything, right? So I realized after I would encounter situations that really triggered me and got me to react and overreact, things that were out of my control, right? Like, it took me a long time to recover, to get the energy back to do everything else I was supposed to do that day that was positive, right? So I'll give you another example here, right? I'll give you an example of how I used to handle things on YouTube. Between my former channel I used to run years ago and now this channel that I've been running for almost 3 years, I used to feed into drama all the time. And I knew I was right regarding what I was talking about. And so did the other people. But the other people, they didn't care about what was right or wrong. They only cared about triggering people like me to use us as lolcows for entertainment, right? And that drained a lot of my energy. And it also wasted a lot of time from doing what I'm doing now, completely focused on my content and diversifying my content to build an audience of people that truly respect us, a relaxed and peaceful state. You see, guys and gals, the key to giving off a good vibe or good vibe is being happy deep within, like I always say, loving yourself. And always being in a relaxed and peaceful state, regardless of what happened. Like, I'll mention this, a little less than 2 weeks ago, when the Giants lost Game 5 of the divisional series against the Dodgers, the woman I was with is a big... I went offline again, Queen? Well, it didn't show I went offline. Can you see me now, Queen? Queen, my phone says I'm live, and it says there are 9 people here. Queen, can you hear me now? I think one of the reasons why there may be limited bandwidth here is because there are a lot of construction workers, and they're probably all using up the cell towers. Can you hear me, Queen? I see you, but you are probably in the bad area. Huh. That's interesting. Well, let me just wait a second to make sure everything is okay. All right, we should be back live. should be back live right now. Yeah, I think there's something up with the cell network lately. This has been happening quite a bit. It could be an abundance of people using the network. Also, well, Queen, I took myself offline for about 3 or 4 minutes to try to reset some settings here. It's not my phone, it's the cell tower. But I'm back now. If it happens again, I'm just gonna have to keep resetting it. I think what's going on is AT&T's top plan, which I have, which many people have also as well, is completely unlimited with no throttling now. So a lot more people are probably using, the cell network to watch videos. And it's just using up more bandwidth. AT&T is just going to have to add more bandwidth to their cell towers. That's what I think is happening. So, it is what it is. We got to deal with what we've got. And like I said, do the best we can with what we've got, right? You see me getting mad? No. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Got to stay cool, calm, and collective. Like, if this was years ago, it would have probably frustrated me. But I've just gotten to the point in my life now at age 47, almost 48, that nothing really phases me anymore. Nothing bothers me. I'm even at the point in my life that I'm happy even being alone. I'm not alone. I mean, I've got a good woman now, and we're seeing where it goes. And she's probably watching right now. But even if I was alone, I still have family. I still have other friends. Even if I was totally alone, I would be happy with myself. And that's where I'm going to try to help every man and woman get to, which is what I'm trying to say. Because if you're happy being alone, you're not going to come off as thirsty or needy or desperate to be around people. You're going to be more natural. You're going to give off more of a natural, positive, laid back and relaxed, down to earth type of vibe. And that's the most attractive, right? I think another reason why it's taken me a lot longer this time around to connect with people and start doing some more panel shows like I used to do on YouTube is because I'm really taking my time to only try to connect with quality people. And it's not easy to connect with quality people until you have something to bring to the table. Now, I do have something to bring to the table, my content. The thing is, when you're on YouTube or social media, no matter how good you are, unless you have enough followers, subscribers, it's not worth it for people to collab with you. And it's almost like in order to make it, you need to get lucky and, have somebody with a bigger channel give you a shout out or give you a break, right? I'm the type of guy that, if I ever get to that level, probably will one of these days, if I ever get to 100K subs or 1 million subs, I will help as many people as possible. I will help the smallest YouTubers, even with 1 or 2 subscribers. I'll interview them. I've always been the type of guy that, it's sad to say this, I favor the underdog because I've been the underdog in the past. I've been the underdog in the past. I am just a small channel. Well, Queen, I'm already going to help you. You reached out to me behind the scenes. And, we were going to talk today, but you had to go run an errand. We can talk at some point this weekend, maybe Sunday if you're around, or Monday. I may end up going hiking for a little bit tomorrow in the afternoon. But yeah, earlier today, I ended up getting a bunch of other things done. which was good. I took care of that this morning. Okay. Well, in the future, feel free to reach out to me. You can message me on Facebook anytime, either through the group or privately, and we can make things happen. You know I'm pretty easy to reach. For my moderators, you know I'm pretty easy to reach. And I'm pretty easy to reach, you know, for anyone, as long as I know that, you know, you're reaching out for the right reasons and you're truly seeking the support and help I provide. And you're not just, you know, trying to troll or instigate drama or try to turn myself or my good people into lolcows. It's one of the saddest and most pathetic things that I've ever seen is out here on YouTube is grown-ass 30, 40, and 50-year-old people creating memes and making other YouTubers as lolcows. So I'm making other YouTubers as lolcows. LOL cows, right? Lolcows. Most of you know what that is, right? For their entertainment purposes, right? Grown-ass people, right? And that just shows how they see themselves. They don't love themselves. So what kind of vibe do you think these people give off when they're trying to collaborate with other YouTubers, for example, or when they go and encounter people in the real world? Queen, why would you even question that? I've known you for 2.5 years, Queen. Why did you even feel the need to put in the chat, Eli, you know I'm not a troll? Queen, you've been the only moderator here that's never had their mod wrench removed. Well, maybe now Dion and stuff, but Queen, over the last 2.5 years, because I met you about 6 months into starting this channel. I've been around for almost 3 years on this channel. 3 years in December. And you are the longest standing moderator that got a mod wrench and has never had their mod wrench removed. So no need to question that. But maybe you were just looking for something to type in the chat, Queen. That's okay. No big deal. I wonder if that kid's gonna cruise down with that bike again today at like 50 miles an hour down this street. Anyway, so folks, your vibe and how you come off is important. A second here, there we go. When you first meet people, whether it's online or offline, and even online, you know, when you're meeting people, typically people use the online world to meet dating partners, right? Your vibe is extremely important. And you have to find ways to, you know, make the other person you're talking with aware that you're interested in getting to know them without coming off as creepy or weird or needy or anything like that, right? It's the same thing in person. Okay? It's probably even more important in person because you're confronting people, right? At least online, if somebody thinks you're weird, needy, or creepy, they can just block you, right? A lot of times, and I used to have this problem in my younger days, a lot of times we don't realize how we're coming off to new people we encounter because we may have just gone through something bad like a breakup, or we may have just had an argument with a family member and then we go out to an event where there are other people there, right? And those people approach us in a friendly and happy way and we give them this frown or this weird look because we're already in a shit mood because of other things that have happened to us that have nothing to do with that situation at hand, right? I used to be guilty of that myself. And a lot of people are still like that, right? But folks, you've got to get to the point in your life where you don't let things get to you. And if something does bother you a little bit, you need to work through it quickly, or at least learn how to put on a good game face. So when you go and encounter other people that have nothing to do with the terrible thing that happened to you, aren't going to pay the price for it. Right? Just kind of like, some stories that I've heard on Reddit where some women are wondering, oh, is this guy moving too fast for a first date, or am I traumatized? Right? And then this woman goes on, one of these women that put a posting out there said, well, I just got out of a relationship not too long ago that was abusive. Okay, so in essence, you answered your own question, right? And then she's basically coming out there and seeking attention because the date didn't end up going the way she hoped it would have gone. Well, the truth of the matter is it was her fault because she just wasn't ready. She wasn't in a good place. Her even going on a date with that guy in that Reddit posting wasn't fair to that guy. Now, that woman, if she understood how important, first meeting is and how important her vibe is when first meeting someone, she might have thought about it and said, okay, I went through something terrible in my last relationship. I'm still kind of guarded over it. But if I don't show up being my complete, real, genuine self and put my guard down, is that going to be fair to this guy? Am I going to have a fair chance with him? Right? I'm trying to teach you folks that, hey, in many cases, you never get a second chance to make a first impression, especially when it comes to the dating world. Good evening, Lewis. Lewis says, good evening, Eli. Good evening to you, Lewis, out there in Texas. It's still good afternoon here in California, in rainy Northern California. But right now it's not raining, so that's good. Just gave me a like. Well, thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I got your messages, Lewis, behind the scenes that you're going to be receiving your Wi-Fi extender this coming week. Now, Lewis, once that happens, I'm going to help you set it up. We're going to do a call through Facebook. I'm going to help you set it up. And once it works, Lewis, we're going to test it. And when you have a rock solid Wi-Fi signal finally to your devices that you stream from, you'll never buffer again. Well, I wouldn't go that far because anything can happen while on Wi-Fi, even with a strong signal. That's why I use Ethernet. But you don't have the luxury of using Ethernet unless you run a long-ass, probably, 500-foot Ethernet cable from your router, which is clear across your room in the house, and you run that wire, to your device. That's probably not possible where you're at. But what I want to do, Lewis, is I want you and I, if you're okay with that, and some of the other mods, to do some consistent live streams on your channel. I can help you grow, Lewis. We can do some panels. Thank God for what, Lewis? For that Wi-Fi router? Or for that Wi-Fi extender, I mean? That was a good idea, huh, Lewis? You see, Lewis, never listen to what other people say. Look at what people do, right? A lot of people on this platform call me selfish and inconsiderate, right? And you didn't come to me asking me to buy you a router, or a Wi-Fi extender. I suggested that. I offered it, right? I love to help people. I care about people. I'm glad I have my jacket on, because if not, it'd be a little chilly. But I feel it at the perfect temperature with my jacket on. Yes, you did. Thank you. You're very welcome, Lewis. So, like I was saying, I'd like to see if you'd be open to doing at least 2, maybe 3 live streams each week, Monday through Friday. We don't need to do them on the weekends. Maybe occasionally we can, but Monday through Friday. Maybe start off Monday with a stream on your channel, and then do it on Wednesday, and then maybe another one on Friday or Fridays. And I think your channel, Lewis, because you know a lot of people, and you're a great connector, Lewis. You're doing basically what I used to do, is that you're meeting a lot of people. You're still doing networking. I'm really not doing networking as much because I've had to focus on other things. But networking is still important. You're a great connector, Lewis. And if maybe you and I run a networking show. I'm a networking expert, Lewis. I used to do it in person, before I came out here and did this on YouTube. And I think you and I can connect really good people on your channel, other small YouTubers, kind of like how we used to do it before the changes happened on YouTube, where you can't go to channel anymore unless you have the extension, and the trolls came in and destroyed things. I think we have a better understanding of how to handle it now, right, Lewis? And here's the thing, Lewis. When you and I do a show together, these, my trolls will still come around, and because they can't get to me on my channel because it's locked down, they're going to try to get to me by, coming to your channel. And they're probably watching right now, right? We just block them and ignore them, right, Lewis? Yes, ignore the trolls and block them, right. Right. We've got to move on with our message, Lewis. Our message, our vision, right? And you and I, Lewis, like the topic of this stream states, you and I, Lewis, need to exude that positive vibe. Okay? That positive vibe, Lewis. If you and I can instill that positive vibe into other great people, right? Other great people that have probably been through similar things that you and I have on this platform, right? We can turn their life around. We can all win together, right? You want to destroy the trolls? This is how you do it. You ignore them, and you teach other people how to ignore them. And then the trolls have no game. Unless you feed into them and talk about them and go on their panels and argue with them and get triggered, they have nothing, right? And if they come in your chat with crazy ass, Google account names, YouTube usernames, right? And they try to get a reaction from you, you just ignore them and ban them, right? You ban them and ignore them, right? I feel really nice today. So anyway, Lewis and Queen, just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. It's all good. So anyway, that's how we will handle it, Lewis. And we're all going to get somewhere and leave the trolls with nothing, right? So you let me know when you get that Wi-Fi extender, Lewis, and we're going to start doing that. Are you open to doing that, Lewis? Is the reason why you haven't been streaming that much, Lewis, because of your connection? Once you have a good connection, are you open to doing an hour or two long stream 2 to 3 times a week, like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays? perfect, Lewis. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to try to go cut across to the other side here. At least my 5G has been rolling very well. Give me a second. Yeah, it looks like they've done a lot of maintenance at the park lately. All the grass has been trimmed. I mean, I'll tell you this, by the time they're done with all the construction here, this is going to be the state-of-the-art park of the Bay Area. Redwood City's smart. They are investing into the future. This is going to be kind of like the Bay Area's version of like Central Park in New York. Incredible. Right here in my hometown. Totally under construction. All the old 49er buildings from the 80s where they used to have their offices out here at Red Morton Park in Redwood City. And the football field over there. Well, the field's still there, but the swimming pool area and the office buildings have been demolished, and I don't know what they're going to be putting there. Welcome to camp. Did you do your pre-health check? Did you bring your face mask, snacks and lunch if not included, water bottle and sun protection? Well, I'm in a public place, not in a restaurant. I'm not required to wear a face mask because I am vaccinated and I am out, not in a building. And I've been totally fine. Plus, I have a very good immune system. I've always had a very good immune system. That's probably why I never got COVID, even before, vaccines were available. Your immune system plays a big part in your body fighting off, any type of sickness, illness, disease, anything. Wow, this is a beautiful view. I've got to show this to you folks. Well, here's a skating park right here. This has been here for a while, but look at this. So from this angle up here, that's where the exit used to be of where I park. And over here, I don't know what they're going to put here, but on the other side is where the new swimming pool building is going to be. And they may have just destroyed the old pool and they're going to rebuild a new one with state-of-the-art features and shit like that. Gonna wait for some people to pass on by. Give me just a second, folks. So, project start for the Veterans Memorial Building Senior Center project. Project start July 2021. Estimated project completion July 2023. So it's going to take them 2 years to do this. And I'm wondering if they're moving the senior center over here, or if it's going to be so big that it's going to go across. Like, they haven't torn down the old building, but they just may be making it even bigger. If you look at the picture here, future home of the Veterans Memorial Building Senior Center, I mean, that's like state of the art. That's like the top of the line senior center on the planet right there. Looks like a college campus. Jesus Christ. Wow. Queen says, I just had to break up a fight with Angel and Smokey, my cats. Sorry to hear that, Queen. Lewis Fuller says, hopefully every day. On my old YouTube channel, when I was able to go live on YouTube, I was live streaming every day. Well, Lewis, if you start to live stream every day, I will be there as much as possible. I will at least try to pop in for a few minutes on any given day, but there will be days where I'll spend an hour or two on the panels with you. But Lewis, here's the thing. If you finally want to take your channel to the level that I know you can take it to, get 1,000 subs and get 4,000 plus public watch hours and get monetized, Lewis, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, Lewis. You do whatever you want to do. But I will say this. If you listen to me, Lewis, it will happen within about 2 to 3 months. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy you that Wi-Fi extender. Because I believe in you, right? This may sound stupid to a lot of people, especially trolls and haters and drama people, right? People that don't love positive affirmation, right? But I invested in you, Lewis, because I believe in you. Now, can it benefit me? Absolutely. It can benefit anyone. But I invested in you outside of that because I do believe in you. I think you're a good guy. And if you could take care of some of these things yourself, you would. You have a limited budget, and you aren't able to do certain things. But you know what? There are good people in this world that recognize people like you, and I'm one of them, and I want to support you. But again, you don't have to listen to me, but if you do, Lewis, I'm telling you, you will get monetized within 2 to 3 months, maybe sooner. And it's going to make a big difference. Then maybe we can get your sister on the same page too. We can get her to start making more content, doing more live streams, getting her to 1,000 subscribers on her channel and 4,000 watch hours, and boom, there you go, right? Yeah, the park's under construction. No dogs on athletic field. Redwood City Jassa. Is that what the soccer team is out or is called now? Do they not have AYSO anymore, American Youth Soccer Organization? Wow. So yeah, folks, your vibe is important. How you show up and how you feel about yourself when you show up is important, because you're going to basically give off the energy to other people around you based on how you're feeling deep within, whether you realize it or not, whether you say something or not. Even your facial expressions are going to tell the story to other people about your vibe and your personality type, or people are going to be able to judge your personality, at least for that current time period, which may not be that great unless you go into it with a positive attitude. What did you write there, Lewis? I found out yesterday why she wasn't live streaming as much. It's because we had to use StreamYard. Announced since we are able to use YouTube now because they changed the rules on going live, she would. I don't know. I don't live there. Good live again. What do you mean, Lewis? What do you mean YouTube changed the rules on live streaming? It's still the same. Unless StreamYard. Did StreamYard change the amount of free hours that they offer? Or do they no longer offer free hours? Because StreamYard's been offering 20 hours for free to each account every month. But maybe they lowered that. It doesn't matter to me because I integrate StreamYard through OBS. So I don't use StreamYard to broadcast through. I broadcast through OBS. I just use StreamYard to bring people on the panel, which doesn't use any of their servers. So I don't have to pay for StreamYard because I'm not running my broadcast through StreamYard. Right now I have 500 subscribers and I just hit the plus sign and I'm able to go live without hitting 1K on mobile app. They might have lowered that too, Lewis. You're talking about going live on mobile. Yeah, they changed it to 1,000 subscribers years ago, and it's been that way. Obviously, I have over 4K here. That's why I've been streaming from mobile because, once you get to 1,000 subs and you have the watch time, you get monetized. You have pretty much every feature. The only features you get down the road is when you hit 10K subs, you get a merch wall, which that'd be nice to have, but I'm not really worried about that right now. It used to be channel memberships were 30,000 subscribers, and then they just opened it up to everybody because YouTube started to realize that, hey, they can make some good money and keep people on the platform longer if creators were able to sell them a membership package, right? But yeah, I know community tabs, Lewis. You should probably have one of those too now. Channels that have at least 500 subscribers now qualify for community tab, and you'll typically get that about a week after you reach 500. And then I heard YouTube eventually is going to open up the community tab to everybody. Now, I'm not really that fond of that idea because people are going to abuse it, especially the drama people and the trolls. They like to instigate drama through the community tab, but maybe YouTube realizes that and is saying, all right, if we open up the community tab to everybody, half our audience is pathetic drama people, but they make us a lot of money with the crazy stuff they do by triggering other people, right? So we're just going to give them all community tabs so they can just trigger more people. That incites more donations through super chats and super stickers and channel memberships and all that stuff, right? I will be going live tomorrow to test out YouTube instead of using StreamYard. Do you have to have a good connection 100%? I don't know what you're talking about, Lewis. Well, when you stream from mobile, Lewis, your tablet or your phone, you're doing it through the YouTube app. And so you still have to have a good either Wi-Fi connection or 4G LTE or 5G cellular connection. That's a good connection. Like right now I'm on 5G, and with the exception of a couple of hiccups earlier, it looks like the cell network has stabilized. But yes, you do have to have a good connection. I'll have to look into that, Lewis, and see if YouTube changed their live streaming rules on mobile down to 500, or if they just removed the restriction completely. They may be going, back that way. They keep changing things, right? They keep changing things in ways that, are going to best benefit the platform, right? I actually like the fact that mobile streaming requires 1,000 subscribers because it prevents a lot of crazies from just making fake sock accounts and going live and doing crazy things on sock accounts. But here's the thing, if people want to bypass that, some people will just buy subs. And then they'll get access to mobile regardless. So there's always a workaround to everything. But YouTube was doing it because they just wanted to, they wanted to keep the platform as safe and clean as possible. The rules are put in place to protect the good people from the not so good people. And who complains every time when they change the rules? It's the people that want to break the rules. People that want to break the rules or have been breaking the rules and feel that that is part of their freedom of speech, they're the ones that complain about all the rule changes. I've never complained one time, except when they changed the monetization requirement when I was on my former channel, and because I didn't reach the new threshold in time. Well, I did, but they still said I didn't. There's a glitch in the system. That kind of ticked me off a little bit. But besides that, every other rule that YouTube's put out there has not affected me in one way, shape, or form. In actuality, it's made things a better place, in my opinion, and it's made it easier for me. It keeps people from doing crazy, stupid things and inappropriate things. You're right. And who complains about the rule changes? It's the people that want to break the rules. The people that complain about these rule changes that are, created to protect good creators. The people that, complain about that are the bad creators, are the bad people, right? It's the truth, man. Anyway, we are at 57 minutes. I'm going to start heading back towards my car. I may wrap this up in the next 20. I'm going to wrap this up in the next 20 to 30 minutes. I've probably walked about 2 miles so far. Going by rules, it is like going by the law. If you break the rules, you get punished for it. If you break the law, you get punished for it. Yeah, most of the time, that's true, Lewis. Some people know how to play the system, especially out here on YouTube. And some people, like former President Donald J. Trump, they know how to skate the law. That's a great example there, Lewis. And while it's frustrating that some people are able to skate the rules on YouTube because they know the system that well, or some people in real life know the law so well that they know how to skate it, right? While it's frustrating, it's not even worth talking about it or fighting it, right? It's not worth fighting any of these people because all you're going to be doing is wasting your time and exuding negative energy that's just going to drain you. All right? I've learned that as well. That's why I've just learned to completely eliminate all drama. When you eliminate all drama, you have the best vibe completely, right? When you deep within have let go of all drama in your life, you've eliminated all that. You give up a vibe unlike anything, right? And people start to take notice, right? And people will start to question, like I mentioned earlier in the show, this woman I've been seeing for a month and a half, she's probably watching now, or she'll watch on the replay. Hello again, ma'am. They'll start to question, how can you handle that so well? How are you so calm? What this person or these people have done to you would really trigger me and upset me, making me feel like defending myself and this and that. Well, I've gone down that route. And not only did it not fix the issue, it made the issue worse, right? Because when you're trying to, go toe-to-toe with very emotionally unstable people, it's the same thing as pouring gasoline on an already burning fire. When you pour gasoline on an already burning fire, the fire is going to get bigger, right? When you try to defend yourself against emotionally unstable people, all you're going to do is trigger them more And then they're going to trigger you. It's going to become a trigger fest, right? You trying to prove that they're wrong, and they trying to prove that you're wrong, even though you know you're right, and they're going to keep going at you because they're emotionally unstable, right? So for me, instead of pouring more fuel on the fire, which I used to do that in the past, I now pour water on the fire. I put the fire out, right? And I move on. So that's why, I'm able to have such a positive vibe. That's why the vibe I give off nowadays is different than it was even just a few years ago because I was involved in a lot of drama on YouTube and had some other things going on in my personal life, and maybe in my younger days, I used to kind of feed into drama, but not anymore. I realize it's just not worth it. It's not worth the time and energy suck. And it also gives off the wrong vibe to new people you're trying to bring into your life, right? And again, even if you don't say a word and you're around other people, they're going to be able to, look at your face and read your vibe, right? People that are happy are not going to have a frown on their face. People that are happy are going to be laid back and relaxed and just easygoing. You're going to hear it in their tone of voice like you're hearing it in mine. Like, you guys don't hear me get really that triggered anymore. Every now and then, I'll speak with passion, but that's a difference, right? It's a beautiful day, which ended up being a beautiful day. There isn't a cloud really in the sky. Oh boy, here we go. Ice cream! The ice cream man is coming! All right, there we go. All right. Well, yeah, we hear you coming, ice cream man. We hear you coming, ice cream man. Your overpriced ice cream for convenience, right? Your $5 blow pop, right? Remember those blow pops? Your $4 ice cream sandwich, right? That's like $1 at the grocery store or even at the gas station supermarket or gas station mart, right? So there's some people I believe hanging out over there at the kindness corner. I wanted to walk on by quickly because didn't want them to interrupt and say, "Oh, are you live on YouTube?" Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Is that obvious? So this is what you see from the outside sidewalk. I hope eventually they repave this sidewalk. I have a feeling they're going to redo the sidewalk. They're going to get rid of this temporary fence. And maybe what they will do is maybe they will put a fence around here. That might not be a bad idea, but they should have a gate, a door that opens inward. Like, every few sections. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. That would actually be a lot safer for the kids in case they run around. That way they're not going to run out on the street, get hit by a car, right? It's all in progress. We are at 1 hour and 6 minutes, folks. I'm going to wrap this up in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm probably going to cut on through over here. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. And I will tell you, folks, I have been working on other content already. I've started creating some other content elsewhere that I have not publicly released yet. At some point soon, I will let you folks know. I've just been working on a lot of things outside of YouTube and outside of this channel. It's just a way to diversify the business, and there are many other ways to, get your business out there than besides YouTube. And because of the history of this channel here, and the main audience that still follows it, oddly enough, it's people that don't really like my content, which I don't understand why they still watch my content. I don't get it. Because of that, I've taken a different route. But the route I've taken is all going to lead back to this channel at some point. And a lot of people are going to be very shocked what happens pretty soon. Probably by the end of this year or early next year in 2022. So yeah, folks, how do you get to a positive state? How do you get rid of all that negativity so you can always be in a positive mood no matter what? And that way, when you encounter people, your vibe is always going to be positive. Your vibe is going to be chill and laid back and down to earth. You're not going to scare people away. People are going to be like, wow, this dude's calm and cool. This chick is calm and cool, right? Here's the thing. The way the world is nowadays, most people expect every single person on the planet to have some level of drama in their lives, right? And if you're one of the few people that's cool, calm, and collective, no matter what happens, you're going to be one of the minorities. You're going to be rare, and you're going to stand out. And standing out is a great thing, especially in this crazy, flooded modern digital world we all live in. When you are cool, calm, and collective, you're going to stand out in every aspect. If you're a content creator, the sidewalk is at least open here. You can walk through here. When you come up as cool, calm, and collective, every aspect of your life is going to just totally get better. The dating world, you're going to give more of a positive vibe, and you're going to attract more positive people, right? And have better dates and eventually find a really good person to date, right? Same thing in the business world, same thing wherever you go. If you're a part of a meetup group or whatever. Somebody's coming. I'm going to go over here on this side. Hi. So it was interesting. I was on the right side. That dude was on the right. Then he went on the left on his side, which was in my area, and I had to move over to the left. It's kind of like we're walking in England, right? let's just go and take one more lap around. One more lap. 160 Walking with Purpose episodes. Many other in-studio live streams from this channel. Many other pre-recorded videos. Like I said, I'm nearing the 3-year anniversary on this YouTube channel, and I've probably created a little over 1,000 pieces of content for it. Pretty crazy, huh? All of that just to get me to where I'm at today. Still nowhere near where I'd like it to be or where it will be. But that's what it takes, folks. It takes determination, persistence, perseverance. And a little bit of luck, too. Let's not forget that. Everything in life, no matter how well you plan it or how good you are at it, no matter what it is that you're trying to accomplish, everything involves a little bit of luck. Nothing is guaranteed. But I will tell you, having a positive attitude, having a great positive vibe, no matter where you're at, no matter who you're around, whether it's a negative person or a positive person, even if you're around negative people, you can be nice and friendly with them. Let them keep yelling at you. Let them keep trying to suck you into their drama vortex, right? Let them keep trying, and you just remain positive. Maybe say, hey, sounds like you're not having a great day. Is there anything I can do to put a smile on your face? No. That's what they do, right? So the nicer you are to these people, the more mean they get. Why? Because they're projecting onto you. Because they really want to be as happy as you are, but they just hate themselves so much for one reason or another that the happier you come off to them, even if they're trying to kick you down to their level to feel better, the more positivity you throw their way, the more triggered they get, right? But no matter what, don't let them suck you into their vortex. Keep it positive, right? Keep it positive. I'm just trying to navigate my way around the park and the sections that are open. I just sent, you mean setup, right, Lewis? You just set up a live stream for tomorrow, straight from the YouTube mobile app at 11 a.m. Central Time. Well, Lewis, YouTube must have changed their live stream, their mobile live stream restrictions either to 500 plus subscribers or they completely removed the restriction for everyone. Do you know that for a fact, Lewis? Is there any I haven't seen any documentation. And I watch the Creator Insider channel. I watch a bunch of the channels that Team YouTube runs. I also follow Team YouTube on Twitter. I have not received anything unless I missed it. I'll have to go back and look. I didn't hear anything about it either. Queen, are you able to go live from mobile? Well, yeah. Well, your channel's over 1,000 subs, so yes, that's a stupid question. Queen, you've been over 1,000 subscribers on all your channels for a while, so you've been able to stream from mobile regardless. Same with me. I've been over 1K for ages, so it hasn't affected us, but yeah, for people like Lewis that have been under 1,000, they're still trying to get there. Yeah, that's cool. I know that you can get your community tab now at 500. Started on October 12th. Yeah, no, I heard about that too. Everyone's been talking about that. Yeah, and eventually, I mentioned that earlier too, Lewis, I think before you were here. Eventually, what YouTube said is that they're going to eventually roll out the community tab to every channel immediately. It's basically replacing the discussion tab. Before the community tab came out a few years back, they had what was called a discussion tab, which hardly anyone used. It was a tab, on, the home page. Well, you go to the YouTube channel, and there's a home tab, the about section, and then there was a discussion tab. And you could actually comment there. It was just a basic discussion board, right? The community tab is better because you can share images. Now it's cool. I just got this activated today on my channel. Some of the other channels already got this. Now they're allowing you to attach up to 5 images on your community tab, which is great, either from mobile or from desktop. And you can also share videos of other creators. You can tag creators. And when it's not abused by trolls and stuff like that, it's a pretty cool thing to have. My only concern with everyone getting a community tab is the abuse it's going to create by trolls and haters. But hey, that's part of the game. Just ignore. I mean, these people can try to trigger myself and other people as much as they want. If we choose to not respond to them and they keep trying to trigger us, I mean, they're going to get an indefinite ignore. And eventually, maybe they'll get bored trying. Maybe some will never get bored. Maybe some of them will make it their life's mission because they're obsessed. I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? But obviously, people that do that have too much time on their hand, and they have some other issues that they haven't been able to work through. I have better things to do than obsessively troll the same few people on YouTube for years. That's not the type of vibe I want to give off. It's not a positive vibe, especially for grown-ass people. You got people in their 40s and 50s that are professional trolls out here. It's ridiculous. We are at 1 hour and 20 minutes. Maybe it's a little bit less than that because I did go off the air for a few minutes. The clock keeps running even when you go off the air and come back, so it's probably 1 hour and 18 minutes. All right, I'm gonna go this way. There are some dudes over there. Feel nice and loose today. My herniation is almost healed up. Hernia is the worst. Herniating a disc, Jesus, it takes a while to heal up. It's a nice Tesla. I'm not into Teslas. They do look nice. I wonder if they're going to redo this building. I mean, this building is fairly new. It's probably like 15, 20 years old. Or they've remodeled part of it and added parts, but I don't know if they're going to remodel the basketball gym and the rec center. We'll see. It's ending up being a nice sunny day. It was supposed to be partly cloudy, but there aren't any clouds around right now. Like, there's no chance of rain right now. There are no clouds. Yeah, I'm gonna go home in a little bit and make some dinner and record a few more pre-recorded videos for my new content elsewhere, primarily catered to men, although women can learn as well. Because ladies, if you learn to understand what men want and what men are attracted to, it may help you out to learn how to better attract that right man. As guys, I've been talking about you ladies, and we know what you're attracted to and what you want, right? On the flip side, you ladies can learn what we want too, and we can meet in the middle, right? Yeah, I wonder if this building's going to go to. It probably is. Probably got another 10 to 12 minutes before I go off the air, folks. I'm on my final lap here, so any questions, comments, or concerns, get them in the chat. I can help you, folks. I can help you. I want to help as many people as possible change their shitty attitudes into positive, loving, caring, kind, and considerate attitudes. Another thing I was going to talk about is that the gas prices in California here have hit an all-time high. We have gas prices in the upper $4 region to lower $5 region, and some gas stations, like I saw on my news feed today, this one gas station, can't remember what city it was, but it's a Central Coast city here in California. Regular gasoline there is $7.50 a gallon, and super, I believe, is $8.50 a gallon. 91 octane. We used to have 92 octane here. They reduced it to 91. I think the rest of the country, parts of the rest of the country have 92 octane still. I can't even talk. They still have 92 octane, but we have 91 octane. $7.50 a gallon. And they said the reason is the demand, the surge for gasoline has skyrocketed. And that's even including with a good amount of electric vehicles on the road today. Imagine if we didn't have electric vehicles on the road today. Would we be in the gas crisis of, what was that, the 70s? I think initially when COVID happened, a lot of people were working from home, and now a lot of people are returning to the office. Plus, it's summertime. A lot of people are traveling. They're making up for lost time of not doing anything for a couple of years. I think COVID has a lot to do with the extreme spike in gasoline usage, at least here in California or even across the globe. But I know back in some other states in the Midwest, South, and back east, gas is still, in some areas, under $3 a gallon, and in other areas, just over $3 a gallon. It's not Joe's fault for that, Queen. This is a California thing. Maybe blame Newsom for that. California, Queen, has always had some of the highest gas prices because we have a special blend during the summer. Because when it's hotter, the emissions will, not escape, right? The atmosphere. And if you've ever been to LA in the summertime when it's warm and you see the amount of smog down there, you'll know what I'm talking about. So we have to have specially formulated gas because we're one of the most populated states. We have more cars out here than most other states do. We probably do have the most cars out of any state. So this is not Joe's fault. This has been an issue that has nothing to do with the presidency. Maybe, but it has nothing to do with government either. It has to do with supply and demand and the cost of making specially formulated fuel for one part of the country. Anything that's specially made from the norm is going to cost more. But yeah, we're hitting an all-time high in gas prices here in California. And many parts of the country are too. But they're still nowhere nearly at the price they are here in California. We have 15 people here. I'm assuming some of those people are trolls with nothing better to watch. I mean, if you're not trolls, I'd love for you to comment and chat. If you're new here and you found out about me through Reddit or Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever I promote my stuff pretty much everywhere. Feel free to say hello. You do need to be subscribed to the channel for a minimum of 24 hours before you can chat. That's not trying to force you to subscribe. That's just a safety mechanism to prevent less trolling. And it has worked. It's worked quite well. On top of my block words list. If you're trying to type something out and it won't go through, it's because you're trying to use a naughty word on my block word list. So, try again. Also, folks, I haven't been mentioning this a lot. It's kind of stagnated a little bit, but I want to start promoting it again. The Genuine Emotional Support Group for Men and Women on Reddit. I started this about a month ago. Reddit.com/r/real emotional support. Go there, join the group, and tap the bell to get all the notifications. And I will personally help anyone in that group free of charge, whatever you need. As long as it doesn't cost me any money, I'll give you my advice for free. I'll support you for free in that group. Just post your questions, comments, and concerns, and as long as I can respond to you in a future video, I will help you for free. That's the trade-off right there. You can remain anonymous, create a username that doesn't identify you. Just share your story with me. Share what you need help with, what you're struggling with, and I'd be happy to help you. The link is below in the description, about a couple lines down. Once again, the Genuine Emotional Support Group for men and women. We do need this group to support men emotionally that are not getting emotional support at all. Women get emotional support from other women. Women naturally support each other in that way. Men don't. Men just say, suck it up, buttercup. Toughen up. You're a man, dude. Quit acting like a sissy. Or a P-U-S-S-Y, right? That's all us guys hear when we're going through things, right? Because we don't have any real men on the planet, maybe besides me. Not trying to say I'm all that, but we don't have any real men on this planet besides me that's willing to support other men emotionally. It's pretty pathetic. We need to support men in this way as well. That's what that group is about. And that's part of why I do what I do out here. But ladies are also welcome in this group because we also want to create something that'll help bring men and women back together. Men and women are more further apart nowadays than they've ever been, right? So many men and women are just far apart, right? Women hate men, men hate women, right? I want to bring men and women back together. I'm not saying it's everybody, but a lot of men and women just, are not happy with the opposite sex because of many things they've been through. Things that I can help you overcome and help you start to love the opposite sex again and build something with the opposite sex. It's a natural thing. It's always been a natural thing. But because of the way this modern world has changed things, it's gone sideways, right? I want to help bring it back together. That's what that group's about. You can ask any questions in that group. Relationships, dating, marriage. You can talk about politics if you want, because that affects, our lives. You can talk about business topics as well. Working in the corporate world, getting passed up for promotion, wanting to make the transition from working for somebody else or working in the corporate world to transitioning into becoming a self-employed entrepreneur like myself. Anything you want to talk about in that group, I'm willing to help you, as long as I'm able to make content off of it to help other people. All right, folks. My phone says we are at 95 minutes, which is an hour and 35 minutes, but I did go off the air for like 2 or 3 minutes. So we're probably at an hour and 31 or 32 minutes right now. I want to thank you all for being here. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a walking stream tomorrow. I may be going hiking with some friends. If I don't go hiking with friends tomorrow, I'll give you a walking stream. If you don't get one, that means I went hiking. And who knows? I may do an in-studio stream tomorrow night if I do go hiking in its place. Like I said, I'm going to be very rarely doing in-studio live streams from this channel for the time being for a while. But tomorrow might be an exception. All right, folks, thank you very much for being here. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Be good to each other.